years ago today, I started Powwow Pitch with the vision of combining Indigenous culture and social innovation to create a platform to celebrate, showcase, and put the spotlight on Canada's Indigenous entrepreneurs. Over the years, Powwow Pitch has supported more than 500 Indigenous entrepreneurs to take their businesses to the next level. And this week, we will support 150 more. This year, we opened up Powwow Pitch to Indigenous entrepreneurs across Turtle Island and unveiled our new brand and a website at powwowpitch.org. We also launched the Powwow Pitch podcast, the Indigenous Startup Program, the Powwow Pitch Mailer Box, and the Indigenous Entrepreneur Awards, and grew our community to more than 30,000. None of this would have been possible without the passionate investment, support, and employee volunteerism contributed by our sponsors and partners. Thank you and miigwech to our co-presenting sponsors, RBC, Shopify, and Facebook. To our silver sponsors, Business Development Bank of Canada, NACA, and Canada Post. To our seed sponsors, Export Development Canada, Square, Sierra, MyTax, Raven Indigenous Capital Partners, and Invest Ottawa. To our collaborating partners, Startup Canada, Raven Reed, Arctic, and Jelly Academy. And to our promotional partners. We are broadcasting from the MyTax studio in Ottawa, Ontario on unceded and unsurrendered Anishinaabe territory. This summer, 1,642 applications poured in from across Turtle Island from nations like the Salish, the Inuit, the Métis, the Cree, the Ojibwe, the Anishinaabe, the Mi'kmaq, and Navajo. We shortlisted the top entrepreneurs from each region and matched them with outstanding mentors in the lead up to this week's semifinals. Every night this week, you'll have the chance to watch the Powwow Pitch semifinalists pitch to our esteemed panels of judges as they compete for a place in the Powwow Pitch finals taking place on October 20th. Prizes include $500 for the winner of each region, a $500 People's Choice Prize, a $1,000 Youth Prize, a $3,000 Alumni Prize, $5,000 for third place, $10,000 for second place, and $25,000 for first place. In total, this year, we will be awarding $50,000 in cash prizes. Each semifinalist has 1 minute for their pitch, followed by a 2-minute of Q&A by the judges. Judges are evaluating whether the entrepreneur has clearly communicated their product or service, their value proposition, and whether their planned pathway to sustainability and success, and whether they are convinced the entrepreneur will follow through. Join the conversation online tonight using the hashtag #PowwowPitch. You can also vote for your favorite entrepreneur to win the People's Choice Prize, which includes $500 and an express entry into the finals. Go to powwowpitch.org/vote to submit your vote with 1 vote per person. Let's begin by meeting tonight's esteemed panel of judges. Joining us this evening is Mark Marcellet Nawagabo, founder of Birch Bark Coffee Co. and Powwow Pitch alumni. Krista Chase, commercial account manager at RBC. Ali Lung, head of marketing at Shopify. Monica James, regional manager and diversity and inclusion at BDC. Luke Mischek, director parcels and e-commerce at Canada Post. It's time to meet Atlantic Canada's semi-finalists. Let's get started. First up, we have Ursula Monkwon Bear, owner, The Bear Necessities.
Hi, my name is Ursula Bear, and I'm the proud owner of The Bear Necessities. I am a traditional Maliseet artist, craftsperson, teacher, and farmer. No one in my community was making or selling homemade canned goods and vegetables, so I did, and I've been in business for 10 years. The 3 segments of my business are traditional arts and crafts, including birch bark dolls, wampum belts, and jewelry, growing and selling vegetables, eggs, and plants from the farm, and teaching traditional workshops. I was the first Indigenous woman to be featured on Tourism New Brunswick's website, I also have art on display at museums and offices, and I've been featured in numerous newspaper articles. We've recently acquired 2 acres of land, and the money from the competition will be used to develop it into additional farmland to increase the number and variety of goods that we produce, with the end goal being to produce our own commercial kitchen and abattoir.
Good job, Ursula.
Sorry about that.
You did great.
It's a lot to try to get into 1 little minute.
Okay. I guess I have to ask my question.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. I'm first. Ani, Ursula, I'm First Nations. It's kind of funny. I really like the Birch Bark Dolls because I'm the founder of Birch Bark Coffee Company. And one of the questions I wanted to know was, with your business, being an entrepreneur myself too, what are some of the big problems or issues that your company looks at solving?
Well, the main problems for like my company solves was a food insecurity issue on my reserve. We're kind of a rural reserve, so you have to drive, 20 minutes to an hour if you want to get to a bigger city. So we produce our farm goods, we sell vegetables, we sell eggs, and this summer we branched out into Meat King chickens, and we're going to be providing whole, fresh chickens for our community as well. The other thing that was hard for me to overcome was actually leaving my community and branching out. I was the first Indigenous woman to be featured on Tourism New Brunswick's website. And that was a big thing for me. It was hard for me to leave my community, the little safety I had of my community, and to branch out. And that was a big thing for me to overcome.
Ursula, your business is super impressive. I was wondering, you clearly have so much skill and farming talent, jewelry design. Are there others with your level of skill and talent who can support you as you grow?
There are. I feel I have a very good mentors. I have people that have been teaching me beadwork since I was a small child. And I have the support of my whole community. So.
You did great, Ursula. Thank you very much.
Ursula, that was
Thank
awesome.
you.
Nice to meet you.
It went really fast. Thank you guys so much.
Great.
Next, we have Tara Francis, Mi'kmaq artist of Indigenous East at Art Studios.
Kwe. Mindeluizi Tara Francis. I'm a Mi'kmaq artist from Elsipogtog First Nation. I am a porcupine quill artist, and my work has been acclaimed provincially, nationally, and internationally. I have recently opened Indigenous Art Studios here in Shediac, New Brunswick. Shediac was known as a Mi'kmaq settlement years ago, and now has no Indigenous representation. So my goal in creating Indigenous is to open a shop where I can have myself and other Wabanaki artists come in, showcase their work, do residencies, workshops, and really elevate the art of Indigenous artists here from the Wabanaki territory. And as well as have some coffee and a conversation to foster healing and move forward in a positive way.
Good job. Thank you, Tara.
Great pitch, Tara. Thanks very much for that. So it sounds like you're starting out selling at retail, which is great. Do you have plans to also start selling online, perhaps?
Yes. As part of my entire plan with Indigenous is to offer the experience in the tourist attracted area, but also online.
Thank you.
With sales, but also with promoting what we're doing as far as residencies, workshops. I'd like to have that interaction.
Ani, Tara, I love the drawing of Wolf Clan, so I love that wolf in the background.
Oh, that's great. That's burned on birch bark.
That's the name of my company. What gives you a competitive edge, Tara? Like for your company, what gives you that competitive edge as a First Nations artist?
I think I'm really focusing on location. Shediac brings in 100,000 tourists per summer. It's the lobster capital of the world, yet there's no Indigenous representation. And I think putting ourselves right there, right in downtown Shediac, in the storefront space where people are walking by every day, is really going to draw attention to myself and other Indigenous artists from the area.
Love it.
Tara, Indigenous, I would love to see it. I would love to come and have a coffee and see all your beautiful art. Tell me, you have a lot of skill because you create a lot of this art. Are there others who can help you create this as you grow and there's, so much demand for your product?
I have a lot of support as far as mentors and people who have been encouraging me for years. And, it's really great to have that team behind me and know that I can go to them when I need support, maybe with financial advice and things like that, as well as working on my artwork.
Wonderful. Thank you, Tara. You were fantastic. You did a great job.
Thank you, Tara.
Great job.
Excellent.
Up next, we have Ashley Sanipass, CEO of Mi'kmaq Art Experience.
Hello, my name is Ashley Sanipass, and I am the CEO of Mi'kmaq Art Experience that is based in Indian Island, New Brunswick. As a child, I was introduced to different forms of Mi'kmaq cultural art, such as basket weaving, porcupine quill art, and beading. It was taught to me by my grandmother and my aunts. In 2018, I began creating cultural art kits that teaches you the basics of these Mi'kmaq art skills by creating yourself a gender-neutral art piece. These kits have instructional YouTube videos along with written directions and all the supplies you need to create a product. They have been used to teach children and adults in schools within Atlantic Canada, and this makes me very proud because I know these teachings were once forbidden during Canada's residential school era. If I won the $25,000, I would use it to expand my product line and expand my video content. I would also want to provide schools who are unable to afford these supplies with so many samples.
Great. Thank you very much, Ashley. You did a really good job.
Ashley.
Thank you.
Awesome. So your company started in 2018?
Yes, that's when I actually started to build my kits. Like, I've been doing a lot of work before then, such as teaching courses and going into schools for a while. But it was in 2018 when I started focusing on my do-it-yourself kits.
And do you sell your product? Do you have a website that you sell them on, or where do you sell your product?
Yeah, I have a Square website, and it's Mi'kmaq Art Experience at square.site, and I do have them on there.
Okay, thank you.
Great pitch, Ashley. Thanks for that. Curious to know if you were to list like a barrier or a hurdle in moving your business forward, what would that be?
Well, one of the hurdles I have is when I do my instructional videos, it's me doing all the recording. So I really wish I was able to give the perfect instructions online for people.
Thank you.
Hi, Ashley, honey. I'm curious to know with some of the concerns in our communities, what are some of the barriers that you see or look to solve in our, particularly your community with what you're doing?
Definitely cultural awareness. I recently taught a course at a festival for basket weaving, and the comments I have were outstanding because people weren't that close to our natural resources that we use. They never knew what we had, so it gave them that much more respect for the culture.
That's awesome.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your pitch. And if you are successful for the 25,000, the big win, what's your top priority for the use of those funds?
The top priority would be the expanding my product line because I want more. Right now I have about 7-8 kits, but they also teach the Mi'kmaq language. So at the bottom, they have a word that can easily, because I make all my own labeling, so it can easily be transformed into the language of whatever territory.
Thank you.
You are great, Ashley. Love what you're
Good
doing.
job, Ashley. Thank
Oh,
you.
thank you guys.
Next, we have Jenna White, owner, Jenna Nut Free Dessertery.
Hi, my name is Jenna White. I'm a citizen of the Métis Nation of Ontario who now lives in Fredericton, New Brunswick. I started Jenna's Nut Free Dessertery in 2019 after losing most of my eyesight and becoming legally blind, as well as developing anaphylaxis and a severe allergy to nuts. I started at the Boys Farmers Market with 2 small folding tables, and 2 years later, despite a pandemic and being shut down for 5 months, we have moved into a physical location and expanded into not only a bakery, but a restaurant as well. We're looking to get into the baking mix industry as well as the flour industry with our all-natural nut-free products that we've had developed at Canada's Smartest Kitchen. One unique part of our business is all of our baking mixes will come with a unique label that has a QR code that will actually direct the user to a video tutorial. So people who have visual impairments like myself have an actual accessible product. If we win Powwow Pitch, we will use money to invest into a stone flour mill that will allow us to get all of our products ready to go, set us up for the future, and give all of our customers safe products.
Great job, Jenna. Thank you very much. That was a great pitch. I love your story, how you got your business started 2 years ago. I think by having that is definitely a motivation to keep you going every day. Tell me, what is your competitive advantage? So when clients have the option to look at another product, why would they choose yours?
Our products are all nut-free as well as all natural. We don't use chemicals, preservatives, or artificial flavors.
Great.
Hey, Jenna, great pitch. Curious to know your marketing plan. How are you going to get the word out about your products?
We're going to use a large social media campaign to start off with, and it'll start with an educational series leading into the actual product launches so people can understand what they're buying. So our goal is to have people rethinking the way they eat.
Great, thank you.
Mark, you're next.
Oh, sorry about that. I'm just curious to know what social impacts your company will have.
A portion of all of our proceeds are actually going to be put into a fund and divided evenly 3 ways. One portion is going to be for Indigenous entrepreneurs. Another portion is going to be for those with visual impairments like myself to start a business. And then the other is going to be in an educational grant that can be for trade school, university, college, as long as somebody wants to further their future.
Awesome, Jenna. Awesome.
Jenna, your story is super inspiring. Your products are perishable. How do you manage how much to make? Because things can go bad. How do you handle all that?
Well, these will be new products that I'm pitching today. So those are all going to be all natural. Our shelf life is going to be less than our competitors, but it is all natural. So our customers are going to appreciate that and use the products in due time.
One final quick question. Are you hoping to sell your product locally or across the country?
Oh, I want to go all over the world.
Love it. Great.
Great
Thank
job,
you very
Jenna.
much, Jenna.
Thank you,
did
Jenna.
a great
Really
job.
great job.
Good job.
Really impressive.
Thank you, guys.
Up next, we have Hazel Catherine Baxter, owner, Chic Image Consulting.
Do you know someone that's frustrated because they have a closet full of clothing but nothing to wear? I totally understand because I used to suffer and feel just like that. I struggled to dress confidently, be comfortable, and feel powerful. Hi, my name is Hazel Catherine Baxter, founder of Chic Image Consulting. And I started my business because I found that so many menopausal women had a closet full of orphan clothing, meaning the majority of their clothes don't fit, they don't like them, and they don't wear them. As a certified image consultant and the only Indigenous one in the world of 410, I'm going to use my $25,000 to increase my visibility and online offerings with an improved digital marketing strategy to broaden and reach and empower women. Let me help you be your own kind of beautiful.
Great.
Wow.
Awesome.
That was
Awesome, Hazel.
amazing. And
Thank
the work
you.
that you're doing must be so satisfying because I can understand how you must help women and how they must feel after they see you. Tell me, you clearly have an expertise because you're certified. Is there someone else who has the same expertise as you? So as you grow your business, they can also help with clients.
Right now, there are 410 in the world. There are 22 in Canada. And what I'd like to do is I'd like to do a quarterly rinse and repeat program to recruit ambassadors in every province and territory to support me to broaden my reach.
Makes a lot of sense.
Thank you, Hazel. I love your energy and your personality. I can really feel it coming through this video. So thank you very much for that. How are you going to be reaching some of your clients? So you're based right now in New Brunswick, I believe. And how are you going to be reaching, a broader market?
So to reduce my carbon footprint, I've developed an online course. It's all ready. It's been beta tested with a pilot team. And I want to be able to offer professional women an online course that they can use at their convenience, at their time. And that is my goal, is to be able to reach all of these women through professional networking and where they live and reside.
Thank you.
Great pitch, Hazel. Thank you for that. Curious to know, do you have people helping you? Do you have a staff? You have a very, very large vision. It sounds fantastic. Do you have people supporting you?
Right now, I have family, friends, community, and business mentors. I'm building, in my vision, I went to the Schulich School of Business, so I'm building something similar, but for image, because I want women to feel powerful.
Thank you.
Up next, we have Elizabeth Leda Mitchell, founder, Eliza's Market.
Hi, welcome to Eliza's Market. I specialize in making CBD body soaps and massage oils. I use very low ingredients, and I take a lot of requests for scents, whatever it is that your mind, body, and soul prefers. And I use CBD oil because it helps soothe the skin, and you do not need to be a cannabis user to enjoy my product. I also make organic massage oils, which is good for sore feet, sore skin, broken skin, and very sore muscles. Great to share or use alone. I use everything organic and natural, and I hope you enjoy.
Great. Thank you, Elizabeth.
Awesome.
Great. Thank you.
A minute is very bad.
Elizabeth, what gives you with your company? What gives you that competitive edge?
I do feel my competitive edge is the minimal ingredients that I do try to use, and the CBD oil. I myself don't really see CBD oil used in massage oils or bath soap. I'm starting to slowly see it around a little bit, but I think that would be my competitive part, is that ingredient.
Super, thank you.
I love getting to see where the magic happens. So thanks for giving us that sneak peek. Love it. So since starting your business, what's one of your biggest achievements, something that you're most proud of to date?
I guess a little bit on the personal end, the struggle I've faced in the past year or two with COVID, with moving my family to the city off reserve, recently being diagnosed with an illness, and just continuing. I haven't stopped. I may have taken stunts in my growth, but as soon as I'm ready and I feel ready, I jump right back into it, and I've gotten to 2 local shops, Indigenous shops, so that was a really proud moment.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're clearly a force, Elizabeth, and I wish I could smell your products because I'm sure they're wonderful.
I wish you could too. This is coconut and chocolate, and let me tell you.
So you mentioned that you also create custom orders. So if people tell you the kinds of scents that they like, so how does that scale? Like, how will you sell a million things if you're saying, hey, I'll make what you want?
I just try to make large batches of people's certain requests, and for the most part, they do sell quite well. What is it what you would like in your essential oil to smell in the shower? And if someone says Eastern Cedar, then I make about 30, and a lot of people like them.
Great. Thank you.
That's good. Thank you, Elizabeth. Great job.
Thank you, Elizabeth Miigwech.
Really great pitch, Elizabeth.
Thanks.
Great.
Great to meet you all.
Next, we have Travis Lee Francis, founder, Lucrative Apparel.
I come from a troubled past, and I started Lucrative Apparel in hopes to inspire people going through tough times, as well as our Indigenous youth, to let them know that it is possible to change your life around. The mind is extremely powerful, and if you stay consistent, dreams can come true. Lucrative Apparel is a fashionable yet comfortable streetwear and has been on the rise on the East Coast since March 2020, gaining media attention from 2 different newspapers as well as 2 online magazines. We sell hoodies, hats, t-shirts, suits using a unique marketing strategy that gives back to the community. In September 2020, I raised over $800, donating $5 from every item sold to Rodney Levi's family, who was shot and killed by the RCMP, to help them with their legal fees. And I recently just finished my 2nd annual Social Justice and Leadership Award, raising $4,630 and giving 4 scholarship awards of $1,157.50, 2 to Indigenous and 2 to African Canadian graduates at my local high school. So I basically used these hoodies. I sold these hoodies and I donated $20 from every hoodie sold. And that was kind of my initiation to start my company. I come from kind of a troubled past, so I wanted to make a difference in my community. And I created these Black Lives Matter hoodies last year when I launched my company in March 2020. And I just finished my 2nd annual scholarship award. So, it felt really good for me to give back to my community.
Your giving back is so impressive. That's really, really.
That's fantastic, Travis. Thanks so much for sharing that with us. Great pitch. Curious to know, can you tell us about a key challenge that you're facing in moving your business forward?
The key challenge is I have 5 children, so just like staying motivated and finding the balance to be successful has been the toughest thing for me. Is just keeping all my kids, my woman happy, and growing my business as at the same time. So that's been a tough challenge, but I feel I'm ready for it. I used to fish before this, so I was gone for 3 months of the year. I had to figure out a way that I could be with my kids every day, and starting businesses was the way to do it for me.
That's awesome. Awesome, Travis. I like what you're doing, very much in line with what I'm doing with cause-driven movements. I'd like to know how you plan on marketing your business.
Well, I have a website that I just launched 3 months ago. My plan is to get more into e-commerce ads, so Facebook advertisement, Google advertisements, and stuff like that.
You did great.
Awesome.
Up next, we have Savannah Simmons, founder, The Home & Co.
Hey, Nina Luisi, Savannah Simmons from the Papineau First Nation. My business, The Home & Co., makes and sells a unique line of sustainable wooden wick soy-based candles, but The Home & Co. is beyond the wax and wick. Each candle includes cultural story and teachings from elders. Our customers literally learn while they burn. Who wouldn't love that? Our goal is to embrace, revitalize, and communicate Indigenous culture through occasion-driven sales. We've sold over 800 candles, developed an online store, a strong and ever-growing social media following, raised $700 for residential school memorial benches, and have a missing and murdered Indigenous women campaign. Giving back to our community is a key tenet of The Home & Co. $25,000 will let us move into a facility to hire Indigenous youth for a storefront and candle making, contract more elders, and lead to thousands of candle sales per month. Education, storytelling, and social science are all found around a sacred fire and are staples of Indigenous culture. Our way of bringing a sacred fire to you. Well, I'm happy to answer your questions now.
Great job, Savannah.
Wow.
Thank you.
Excellent.
That's so exciting. I actually love the concept that you've come up with, learn and burn at the same time. I'm a big fan of continuous learning. You seem to have accomplished so much already. What is, would you say, one of your biggest challenges right now to growing your business?
Right now, we're growing out of capacity. In September, for instance, we're at our 90% capacity. So with the money, it's going to really help because it's to get into another facility and get our production increased.
Savannah, super impressive. And I also wrote down learn while they burn. What a great idea. You talked about an online store. How will you amplify your store so everyone can find it?
Yeah. So right now, actually, we're working with a branding expert and we want to do marketing campaigns to be able to increase our customers and be able to kind of have it widespread. Eventually, we'd like to have it globally. But again, it's a work in process and we're here for it.
Outstanding. Thank you.
Thank you, Savannah. I love your pitch. Tell me, why did you start your business? How did everything get started?
Yeah, so basically, I started it because it was a way to generate income, but also it's another way to be able to give people that information, the education, get elders together. It's a really fun way, you know, to just have everything come together so nicely and be able to present it in a beautiful way.
Great, thank you.
Great job, Savannah. I'm curious to know a little bit more about your support team. Do you have people helping you achieve your vision?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I'm in the Jedi Incubator program, working with some amazing mentors. I'm working with a branding expert. I've actually just networked with the powwow mentors here, Chelsea and Simon. So they've told me that I could work with them anytime. I've got a great support system here. My sister and my father, they help me quite often. My community's got my back 100%.
Excellent. Thank you.
That's good. I can't wait to check out your store online.
Thank you so much, guys.
Great. You did so great, Savannah. Thank you.
Next, we have Cheyla Rogers, founder, Lenusco Creations.
Hello, my name is Cheyla Rogers, and I am from Pictou Landing First Nation, located in Mi'kma'ki, the unceded and traditional territory of the Mi'kmaq. I created Ilnus Creations to share my art. I work with traditional and contemporary mediums such as beading, polymer clay, digital illustration, painting, and working with leather and birch bark. The goal of Ilnus Creations is to work for Indigenous youth to foster community connections through crafting. If I won the grand prize, I would invest in marketing and supplies. I would give away crafting kits to youth in my nation, and I would hope to supply communities nationally with kits at low cost. Engaging youth in crafting promotes creativity and aids in the processing of experiences and emotions in life. Beadwork and crafting has an everlasting impact, offering transferable skills. Crafting teaches attention to detail, patience, love, and humility. My business is sustainable as we are giving youth a chance to learn, to teach, and potentially earn income from their craft work. Malalia, and thank you for your consideration.
Awesome work. My question is, first of all, I love birch bark. Anything to do with birch bark, I love it. Please tell me about your social impact. I was inspired by what you were saying.
Thank you. So I am a social work student at Dalhousie right now. So in my long-term goal, it's definitely to get maybe a place of safety going or something like that for Indigenous youth. But right now, as I am a student, I feel like beadwork is so important to me, and it's something that I can share with youth in our nation, and it's something that can be continued on as a tradition. And that is just like unreal to me, and that having this opportunity is really exciting.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I can see your passion and I love it, and can certainly see the social impact that would come from passing that knowledge and skill for the crafting on. With that, for sustainability, what's your revenue model for being able to kind of generate funds and keep going?
Yeah, so my idea would be to promote and do marketing that would also like correlate with the beading and crafting kits that I would make. So basically, I want that to like almost be like a sustainable cycle where they would connect with each other, and my money that I put into marketing would help increase sales of beading kits and crafting kits.
Cheyla, you've made me think about crafting in a whole other way. Thank you for that. You clearly have a lot of talent and artistry. Do you have somebody who can give you mentorship in running a business?
I actually met my mentor, Sarah, who is with Shopify. So we had a great conversation about getting my business site going and everything. And she told me that I was completely able to reach out to her whenever. So I think that's someone that I will definitely be reaching out to in the future.
Thank you for that. And you're definitely one to watch. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good job today.
Thank you so much.
Great job.
Great job.
Up next, we have Daphne March, founder, Shamasha.
Shamasha, Shamasha, Shamasha. It was a memory from my childhood, from my dad. He was known as a jacketar in our community. And my name is Daphne March. I'm a strong Mi'kmaq woman here on the territory of Newfoundland and Labrador. I'm into the tourist and culture and wellness industry. I volunteer in our community as First Voice. I help people that's in recovery. And I hold many certificates in Yoga Alliance, Women in Leadership, and from the Cody Institute of Social Enterprise. And I continue to be a student of life. I plan on going back to my territory that my grandfather walked in 1920 to restore my grandfather's house and tell the Shamasha story, and partnership with the local school to do an exhibit in our community and build retreats and suites that we could be able to make it as a tourist industry. Thank you.
Thank you, Daphne.
Thank you, Daphne.
Thanks,
Thank you
Daphne.
So,
Daphne, you're in the tourism industry, so you're selling retreats and experiences, is that correct?
Yes.
And how are you currently marketing these experiences and reaching your target client?
I'm part of a global community and also a member of ITAC, which I've been in magazines. I just came back, actually. I'm on the road now, just came from Battle Harbor, so I do a lot of Instagram and tell my story. I have blogs and that sort of thing.
Thank you.
Daphne, the experience sounds wonderful. Clearly, you have a very wonderful aura of positivity. The healing just comes through. Tell me about the other people who would be also part of the experience if we were to stay at your retreat.
Basically, anyone that wanted to go to the next level in their healing, and just being into more. We do a lot of things in Mother Nature and really respect the land, and really follow the 7 generations of our teachings, the grandfather teachings, Smudge, that kind of thing.
Thank you.
Daphne, I love your energy. I love your business idea and the fact that you're going back to restore your grandfather's homestead. What would you do with the money if you ended up winning?
I will use it as a leverage to get more money.
And what would you do?
The government. Let's go. Sorry.
And what would you do when you have that more leverage? Are you planning to expand?
I would plan on to restore, first of all, it needs a new foundation in the house. So I would do that. And also we would build this room so we could rent it out as for tourism.
Great.
So that will bring in, the money that we need to make money for our business.
Great. Sounds like your place is going to be nice and relaxing. I can't wait to check it out.
Sounds amazing.
Thank
you, Daphne.
Next, we have Carlene April MacDonald, owner, Sunflower Salon and Piercing Studio.
Kwe, ni Luisi Carlene, and I own Sunflower Salon and Piercing Studio. My mission is to make leave feeling confident. I am trained and talented in many areas, and I cater to all ages and all people. In the last year, we have built a standalone studio on our property, furnished it, purchased all needed supplies, including an autoclave for tool and jewelry sterilization, with very minimal debt. I've gone from $1,500 in revenue in January 2021 to $3,300 so far this August. The market in my area is underserved. I have clients who drive an hour to see me, and I need the infrastructure in place to keep my stock in line with the business growth. When I win the $25,000, I will scale up my shop by purchasing more bulk inventory to lower my marginal costs, promote online store, and start Blanche's legacy program. I literally started Sunflower Salon of a suitcase, and I am committed to making this business a success for my family. In the words of the great Tom Petty, I won't back down. Thank you.
Great job, Carlene.
Great
No,
job.
quote.
Thank you.
Awesome work.
So who's the first one? Who was last?
Mark.
Oh yes, Mark. Okay.
That's great. So tell me some of the barriers you're facing right now in scaling up.
So essentially right now I'm struggling to keep up with demand because I have lots of time in my day. I just don't have enough product to fulfill all the needs of my clients. So I'm running out of stuff before I can, there's lots of room to grow. I just don't have enough to perform all my services fast enough as I can't get enough. I can't close that gap.
Thank you.
And could you tell us a little bit about that legacy project you're hoping to start?
So my salon was actually named after my grandmother who passed away from cancer, and her name was Blanche. And I know that it's a struggle for people to afford wigs a lot of the time, like good quality ones. So I want to make them more accessible to people who, even free if possible, through my resources and some funding through different areas of my business.
Awesome. Thank you.
And Carlene, you mentioned getting more product would allow you to grow. Now, what about people who can provide the services beyond you? Are there other people who can provide what you do?
So currently I am the only employee, but as long as my growth continues as it is, and I'm able to close that supply gap, I most definitely will be able to be in a position to hire somebody. And I do have a part-time apprentice right now, but she just kind of here and there.
Got it. Thank you.
Great. Thank you very much. Great job, Carlene.
Thank you all.
Great job, Carlene.
Great pitch, Carlene.
Thank you.
Up next, we have Jennifer Lynn Denny, owner Lanook Clothing Co.
Great, my name is Jennifer. I am a Mi'kmaq fashion designer and the owner of Lanook Clothing Co. The reason for starting the brand in 2019 stemmed from the need to have more Indigenous representation within the fashion industry. I created a clothing company that I wanted to be designed by the people for the people. That is why I chose to include the word Ulnuk, which means the people in the Mi'kmaq language. Our clothing is exclusively sold on our website, www.ilnukclothingco.ca. This September, we will be opening our first official store location in my First Nations community. Ilnuk Clothing Co. is a unique brand because our designs are inspired by Mi'kmaq people, our land, which is also known as Mi'kma'ki, and our culture. This past year, our collection was based on this Mi'kmaq Treaty of 1752. This was a very popular design that we released within that collection, and it featured the rights of the Mi'kmaq people.
Great job, Jennifer.
Well,
thank you.
Well done, Jennifer.
Fantastic pitch. Very, very interesting. Curious to know, if we were to fast forward, say, 5 years, what are some of those longer term goals that you're looking to achieve with your company?
One of my biggest goals would to represent my clothing company at New York Fashion Week. I really want my clothing company to be able to make it on a huge scale in the Indigenous fashion industry, and I want to break the stereotypes that exist currently within the fashion industry.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome work, Jennifer. I'm very proud of you. And from a traditional point of view, in being a First Nations business, please tell me about some of the products you have there. I noticed, is it
for sure? Yes. So I've made everything that I'm wearing today. I've been regalia making since I was 12 years old. I'm now 28 years old. So this year I've actually I've exceeded 15 years in the trade. This regalia here on the side, is my fully beaded Northern traditional regalia. This took me 18 months to make alongside my mother. So I've been beading for a very long time, and that's kind of how I got into the fashion industry. So I started my career as a regalia maker, and then I went to school for fashion design in Vancouver, BC, where I gained the knowledge for creating collections and turning Indigenous ideas into modern designs.
Super.
That is so beautiful, Jennifer. Thank you for sharing that with us. You've got me curious. What is your long-term manufacturing strategy? Do you see yourself outsourcing the manufacturing or bringing it in community?
100%. So, with the opening of my design studio and the storefront location, it has a warehouse as well as a showroom. So, I really hope to work towards bringing job opportunities to my community. Right now, I hire a lot of Mi'kmaq youth for modeling, and we recently did a video last year that we launched on YouTube, and it was surrounding the fishing disputes that were going on in Nova Scotia. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Great job, Jennifer. Great purpose.
Well, Jennifer,
I love the
so
idea.
impressive. Thank you.
Next, we have Jessika Pike, owner, Mist Arica's Custom Creations.
Okay. More and more people today are feeling culturally and spiritually disconnected more than ever. My name is Jessika Pike. I'm from Acadia First Nations, and I'm the CEO of Mist Arica's. I didn't even know I was Indigenous until I was 15. I didn't just want to connect to my roots, but I want to help others by modernizing our culture through art. In August 2020, I started working with resin. Upon buying a Cricut, I realized how many opportunities that opened up for me. I then expanded to vinyl and eventually sublimation. My products are very diverse. I specialize in cremation and breast milk keepsakes. And currently, I'm focusing on incorporating more products that modernize our culture and encourage the continuance of our teaching and storytelling. Our spirit animal keychains is an example, as well as our sacred medicine cabs for beading. This work for me is not only healing to myself, but as much medicine to my customers, and they confide in myself to create their custom dreams. If I were to win Powwow Pitch, I'd purchase more equipment and supplies, hire my first staff, and continue to give back to the community. Thank you.
Great job, Jessika.
Thank you.
Wow. Thank you, Jessika. That's amazing. I'm curious to know, what's the competition like out there for you in this field? It sounds unique.
It's very unique, and honestly, I don't see a lot of people doing a lot of resin where I'm from, but it's something that's newly expanding.
Thank you.
I'm curious to know about the sacred medicines for the beading. Can you explain a little bit about your process with those?
Sure. So these are the cabs for the earrings. They go right in the center. So I don't do the beading, but I do the cabs. It has all 4 sacred medicines inside.
And Jessika, you have such a unique and broad range of products, things that I'd never heard of before. What gives you the inspiration on what you should make and what you should sell?
It's basically catered to whatever somebody asks. If whatever they want, I got it. I can make it. And just recently, I've been working towards doing more things towards our culture.
Wonderful.
Incorporating our culture is very important, so good for you on doing that. Do you sell mostly online? And if so, what's your marketing plan?
Sorry. Yeah, all my sales have been on Facebook.
Okay. And do you have a marketing plan going forward in terms of to grow your business?
I have an Etsy shop, and I'd like to get a website and expand through there.
Okay.
Hey, Jessika, great job. What's one of the key challenges you're facing right now, and how do you plan on overcoming that challenge?
For me, it's just I've invested everything into my business myself, so I just need a little bit of support to get that up and running and offer more.
It's a really impressive pitch, Jessika. Thank you for sharing.
Up next, we have Kelsie Amber Young, owner, Dreamwebs.
Night terrors, screaming, thrashing, paralyzed in your scariest dream. Without sleep, our productivity, health, and wellness decline. Without sleep, you cannot live. 80 million North Americans have trouble sleeping and turn to pharmaceuticals, alcohol, or cannabis for temporary relief. Dreamwebs offers a natural, traditional solution to this growing sleep epidemic. My name is Kelsie Young. I hold a Bachelor of Commerce in Entrepreneurship, and I'm the Indigenous owner and artist of Dreamwebs. I create luxurious, nature-inspired dream catchers using healing crystals, and I've helped thousands of people sleep soundly. My online spiritual shop is trending to clear $60,000 of revenue this year and double that next year. My goal is to publish a book sharing the Dreamcatcher legend, digitize my operations, and expand my retail selection.
Wow, Kelsie, you're selling far more than just beautiful things to hang in your house. Like tying it back to sleep makes so much sense. With the healing aspect of it and the crystals, is that something that is easy to scale? Like, do you have easy access so that, you know, if you're already at 60,000 in revenue, I can see you making a lot of these beautiful dream catchers.
That is the scalability of Dreamwebs is going to come in with the additional retail products that support the dream catchers. In terms of supplies, I have lots of online retail suppliers within North America and also directly from the source in Pakistan, lapis lazuli. It's definitely something top of my priority is making it scalable, and we'll be able to do that for sure.
So impressive.
Cool.
I love your energy, the way you started, and your idea. Now, how do you select what crystals go into each dream catcher?
So at Dreamwebs, I've created a fusion of my Reiki, Ayurveda, and meditation coaching, along with our Indigenous culture. So choosing the stones depend on if I'm making a custom order that needs stones specifically to cater to their needs, their intentions or wants. Otherwise, it's really just what nature is telling me to create.
Great.
Thank you for the question.
Oh, Luke, I think you're muted.
Sorry about that.
Hey, no problem.
Hey, Kelsie, great job.
Thank you, Luke.
You touched on the marketing plan a little bit, but I'd like to hear more about how you're going to get the word out on your products.
Perfect. So I'm aiming to surpass $100,000 of revenue next year. So I'm working with 10% of that budget. So a $10,000 marketing strategy over the full year. My main sources of marketing are integrated with my Pixel through Instagram and Facebook, which I know are direct traffic producers for my website. I also do a lot of partnerships, giveaways, and working with other artists in the area.
Excellent. Thank you.
Excellent pitch today, Kelsie. Great job. Love your energy.
Thank you so much.
Lots of energy. I like that. Is it on track?
Next, we have Dylan Ward, founder, Shift Work Recording.
Hello, everybody. My name is Dylan Ward. I'm a Mi'kmaq musician and recording engineer from Ilground First Nation, and my business is my recording studio called Shiftwork Recording. Shiftwork is a full production recording studio located in downtown Fredericton. The goal of my work is to help artists realize their music vision and to create a recording that represents the uniqueness of who they are, with a focus on helping to build up New Brunswick and Indigenous artists. I'm a college graduate of audio engineering and have been operating my own studio for nearly 3 years. Winning the grand prize would streamline my efforts of building a new studio on my property. The new studio will solve a handful of operational challenges I have at my current space, as well as become a permanent piece of music industry infrastructure, which New Brunswick is in serious need of. I want to create a long-lasting resource that builds up New Brunswick talent and to continue to help preserve and push Indigenous culture and music. Thank you very much.
Excellent pitch, Dylan.
Good job, Dylan.
Thank you. Thank you, Dylan.
Thank you.
I believe I'm kicking off. So, Dylan, you mentioned you've been in this business now for 3 years. Can you talk a little bit about how your business has grown over the past 3 years?
Definitely. So I started off here about 3 years ago, but I've been recording for much longer than that. I started off, this is a shared space, and I started off with just a chunk of it, and I've taken over this whole floor because I just keep getting more artists in, and I'm building it.
Thank you very much, Dylan. Love your energy. How do you market your business? How do you get your name out there for people to want to record at your studio?
Absolutely. So a lot of it is word of mouth right now, because I work at a bar that is the premier live music venue here in town. So I work with bands 3-4 days a week pre-pandemic, and I just let them know. And actually, the studio is right beside that bar. So I've just been telling bands, been working there a long time, and I'm actually working with a mentor from Kesso right now who's helping me develop a digital marketing strategy because I want to get on the internet. I want to have my piece of the internet and show people I'm here.
Great.
That's great, Dylan. I'm curious to know, are you a musician yourself? Do you play?
Yeah, I've been playing music all my life. I play in bands and I do the whole thing. Thank you.
Great job, Dylan.
Thanks,
Thank
Dylan.
you.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Okay, thank you all very much.
Up next, we have Killa Atencio, founder, Indigenous.
The Indigenous population is fast growing, but we're underrepresented in the economy, even though our representation is widely in demand. But people can't get hired if they're not known. And 60% of people said that their biggest challenges were knowing who is out there and marketing themselves. That's why I've created Indigenous, a marketplace platform that connects Indigenous subject matter experts with clients seeking to contract them through an inclusive directory. From speakers to facilitators, we streamline the marketing process for our vendors, automate promotion, and boost visibility to potential clients, helping them land engagements. Picture a combination of LinkedIn, Fiverr, and Uber, while also making progress on 2 UN global goals. My name is Killa, and I've been an artist and a client for over 10 years, so I understand the needs and challenges of both. This prize money would help build the user interface to pilot within the next 8 months. With your help, lack of visibility and access to market will be one less thing Indigenous people have to worry about, so I invite you to join us in removing barriers, creating opportunities, and increasing financial sustainability with Indigenous.
Good job, Killa.
Wow.
Thank you.
Great job.
Killa, what do you see the barriers that you're facing? This is amazing, by the way, your pitch. What are some of the barriers you're facing?
The barriers as a business or the barriers that I'm trying to solve? As
a business.
So the barriers right now is just finding the finances to build the user interface. You know, tech companies are quite expensive, so just the technology of it.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Awesome. What is your strategy for engaging maybe corporate Canada or the end users who will end up contracting the advertisers in your database?
Yeah, so our strategy is to connect with the customers. So I'll be doing that by SEO, SEM, socials, and just outreach, as well as targeting corporate and business consumers and clients through word of mouth, trade shows, and just traveling and connecting with our clients.
What a fabulous and much needed idea. And so glad you're bringing it forward. Can you talk to the demand that you're already seeing for this type of marketplace?
Absolutely. So I've done some customer discovery. I've done surveys as well as customer interviews. And without even mentioning the business, that's what they're requesting. That's what the people are looking for, is that inclusive directory and just a way to promote themselves and get themselves out there. There's a lot of professionals who kind of already have that advantage. However, there are a lot of younger customers who don't have that skill set to kind of put themselves out there, who would benefit quite from this business.
Great.
Do you also feature youth as potential speakers?
Yes, so anyone above the age of 18.
Great. Great job, Killa. I love the
Excellent
business idea. There's definitely a need for that in corporate Canada, so great job.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Next, we have Theresa Marie Meuse, owner Mi'kma'ki Craft Supplies.
Canada is finally seeing more people understanding the colonial impacts, such as the Indian Act, reserves, and residential schools. But we also need to make sure people learn the positive things too. Hi, I'm Theresa Meuse, cultural educator and owner of Mi'kma'ki Craft Supplies, located here in Halifax, Nova Scotia. My goal is to engage others in learning the other side of our culture, the teachings that contribute to a person's well-being. To help do this, my business uses a website for online shopping that includes many educational tools. Craft kits with video tutorials, language posters, animal connection cards are a few of the products found on the website. My primary target audience is the Provincial Education Department, along with others wanting to learn about First Nation culture. With the help from Powwow Pitch, I could extend my inventory and create new products that contribute to the continued education of Canadians. Thank you for your time and consideration.
Good job, Theresa. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Theresa.
So you mentioned that your target market is the provincial education system. How are things going with that, and how are you marketing to them?
Well, I work in the education school system right now as an Indigenous student support worker. So I work at 3 schools. I have 10 other colleagues that work in the same field. So we kind of work together. So that's my in as far as the school goes. And I'm presently going to be meeting with the head of the Department of Education here in Halifax. They're very interested in my educational tools to hopefully get out to all the other schools in the province.
Thank you.
Hey, Theresa, great pitch. Thank you for that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Curious to hear if you just share a few words on maybe a key challenge that you're facing right now and what you're doing to get around that barrier, that hurdle.
Yeah, the challenge, of course, is trying to do this because it's a unique opportunity because here in the Atlantic region, we don't have access to a lot of these kind of tools. There's lots of books and things like that, but I've learned that in the school system, if you can get the kids to participate as well as just sitting there and listening to you talk, that this is kind of, I think, a unique product that can help do that, but it's getting it out there that's the challenge right now.
Excellent. Thank you.
Great job, Theresa. I'm curious to know, being First Nations, what is it that has you stand out amongst all the other interactive stuff online? Like, what gives you the competitive advantage?
I think taking that a positive approach and not always focusing on the negative. And I also like to think, much like your business, where you use traditional culture to make those connections. That's what I'm trying to do as well, is like bring that back to our people.
Thank you.
Great business idea and concept. You did very well, Theresa. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Up next, we have Kimberly LaBillois, owner, Kimberly Salon and Spa.
Hi, my name is Kimberly LaBillois. I am a proud Indigenous entrepreneur from Mill River Bar, First Nation, New Brunswick. I have 5 businesses, but the one that made me here today is Kimberly Salon and Spa. I am proud to say that we specialize in hair. We do everything you can ask for, hair extensions, color. I have a lot of experience, but the good news is I just collaborated with another company and we were offering much more services. We have a physician, a nurse practitioner, and a registered nurse who just got in with me, and we will be offering full-time services for Botox. And one day, if ever I win Powwow Pitch, I hope to expand my business and go buy more equipment and go bigger, because it's my passion. Thank you for listening to me today, and it was my honor to be here today. Thank you.
Hey, Kimberly. Great job. Thanks so much. Question for you. Curious to know a bit more about your marketing plans. How do you get the word out to potential new clients about your products and services?
To tell you the truth, it made me a lot. You guys taught me a lot with being on Powwow Pitch because I'm 40 years old. I'm one of probably the older ones. 20 years in business, but I'm not good on computer. So this taught me so much. As you can see, I don't know if you guys went on my Facebook, but I blew it up last night. I put on pictures, advertised, just to see how social networking helps, and it does. It advertises a lot.
Kimberly, what's unique and makes you stand out with your business, your spa, and your salon in your area?
I am the only one, proud to say. And whenever we had a hard year this year, I really wanted to bring into my community for the mental health. So that's what's nice is whenever people come here, they always leave happy. Because it's a mental health thing. You come in and you're not feeling good, but I make sure you leave happy.
Oh, that's nice. Good to hear. So with your business, and you were saying this year was a hard year, So maybe what is your biggest challenge right now, and how do you see yourself overcoming it?
Well, hairdressers, as you all know, we were shut down quite a few times. We were shut down a lot of times, actually. So what I had to do was I wanted to do something to keep me open full time and to make it strive more. So now we went from being open from Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday to Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. With all my new staff, we're open full time. So we went open from part time to full time to offer more services for everybody, make everybody happy.
Next, we have Tyra Lynn Paul, founder Drip Avenue 902.
G'day, Deloisi Tyra Lynn Paul, and I come from Fisher's Grant Reserve, Nova Scotia. I just started this business on July 27th, so my business is like a baby, and I want to care and nurture it just like a baby. So far, I've been coming up with in-person pop-up shops around the reserve. My first pop-up shop was aimed towards the larger sizes. So I did the 3X to 5X, and I got a lot of sales, and everybody was pretty happy that I was doing the size inclusivity. And I also want people to feel confident and powerful in my clothes. I know I was born to do this. I graduated from NSCC Business Administration program. And so my vision for this company is I want to maybe rent some commercial space out in town. That way I have an indoor space to do my work. And if you want to be sleek and you want to look cute, come take a trip down Drip Avenue.
Tyra?
You don't know how excited I was to pull that microphone out.
Your personality is as bright as your clothes.
I've been told. I said this is what I was born to do, and I'm not going to stop anytime soon.
Look, my question is, if you won this, where do you see scaling up? How do you see scaling up your business? It's local right now, but going further.
Going further, I'm willing to step on any toes in the tie-dye industry. It's a cutthroat business, and I've already talked to a couple of my competitors, and they were a little bit passive aggressive that my business is taking off so quickly. But for my vision of this, I want it to be perhaps right all across Canada, maybe all across Turtle Island. I want to get the shipping and everything figured out. I want a website, and I want the website to be colorful just as much as me. And I won't release anything until it's perfect. Well, not perfect, but till it's up to my expectations.
What an exciting time. Like you say, it's your baby and you're going to nurture it like your baby. Who is your team? Who do you have supporting you as you build this?
Okay, so my mom and dad, I wanted to do this without their help. So I did this without them, but I did reach out to my aunt, Susan, my grandmother, my uncle Sheldon, and basically just my friends and family. I've been asking them to share my content on social media, and my followers are going up every single day. And like I've been making these videos of how I do the tie-dye, and I'll do a little time lapse, so it's all in fast motion, and then I post it on the internet. And those videos have been getting hype on TikTok and Facebook and Instagram. So if I just keep doing what I'm doing, this free marketing, I could go really far with this business. I definitely believe in myself.
Excellent job, Carlene. And you should believe
Thank
in yourself.
Thank you so much. You guys don't know how much this means to me. I wake up every day excited to do what I love.
Up next, we have Jessie Benjamin, founder Two-Eyed Wellness.
G'day, Ning Deloisi, Jessie Benjamin. I believe that true health comes from taking care of our physical, our mental, our spiritual, and our environmental well-being. I'm the founder of a health and wellness company called Two-Eyed Wellness. Our programming is a blend of modern science and Indigenous culture. Our primary clients are organizations supporting Indigenous communities. Since launching, we've generated over $10,000 in revenue and facilitated 17 wellness programs and classes. After winning the $25,000, I would use the funds to create an online wellness platform that could offer education, fitness, and nutritional programs on demand. At Two Eyed Wellness, we are committed to helping Indigenous people reconnect to their authentic selves and reclaim their health on their own terms. Walalioq, thank you for your time.
Thank you, Jessie.
Thank you.
That was an excellent pitch, Jessie. And reclaiming health is a very noble and purpose-driven cause. A lot of people, though, have problems getting started. What's your secret to getting people motivated to actually, take that first step?
I think making sure they feel supported and safe, really with Indigenous people in particular, safe, that they're not going to be judged, really taking down those barriers that they may run into just trying to go to, a regular, say, gym or program, mainstream program. So that's my biggest. Sorry, I just went back and forth between the screen there. But that's what I focus on.
Thank you.
Jessie, can you tell me the story behind your company name?
Yes. So my company I was inspired by the concept of two-eyed seeing, which was first an elder from Escazoni actually first came up with that concept. And it's basically trying to merge sort of modern ways and science with ancient ways and traditional Indigenous knowledge. So that's really what I aim to do. So it embodied everything that I hope to provide.
Great, thank you.
Great pitch, Jessie. Thank you for that. If we were to hop 5 years into the future, what's one of the bigger goals that you want to achieve with your company?
I hope that I'm making enough of an impact and reaching enough communities to really help us get healthy, help us to heal. And I also really want to be able to train other trainers, other Indigenous trainers to be doing the same thing that I am and hopefully hiring more people to do what I'm doing.
Amazing. Thank you.
Great job, Jessie. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys. I hope you have an amazing day.
Yeah.
Next, we have Jolene Laskey, founder and CEO, Wabanaki Maple.
Hello, my name is Jolene Laskey, founder and CEO of Wabanaki Maple. Established in 2018 and inspired by my Indigenous, I combined my experience across the culinary and agriculture industry and created a company. We provide premium, authentic, and eco-friendly maple products. We strive to reconnect people and communities with our Indigenous culture, and we're helping to support our environment through our Bare Roots initiative. So we've taken a twist and created our own signature line of barrel-aged maple syrups. Since 2018, we achieved retail distribution in over 100 stores. We have strong revenues in both physical and online, and we have had we've been profitable for the past 2 years. So our goal for 2021 is to double our revenue in the domestic market and to expand into foreign markets by 2022. Our customers love our products and want more from us. So if we're lucky enough to win, we'd invest into R&D to expand our product range and to increase our production capacity to scale it and grow in a sustainable manner.
This syrup sounds delicious. I can't wait to try some. You said you're in over 100 retail stores. What would be your competitive advantage?
So we feel we have definitely targeted a niche market. We are a premium high-end product, Indigenous owned, and sharing different our Indigenous culture through that. So people are really looking for something unique as special gifts, and we have the perfect products. I'm sorry.
Okay, thank you.
That's great. A great job, great pitch. A similar question, actually. What makes barrel-aged maple syrup a little bit different than other maple syrup? Is it the taste? Is it the smell? Is it?
Absolutely. Sure. So with each flavor, we have a toasted oak, a bourbon, and a whiskey flavor. And they're each aged in previously poured spirit barrels. So they actually extract some of the alcohol content is extracted in the maple syrup, and it has its own unique flavor with each product. So they're very delectable, light, golden syrup, and blends well with everything.
Wow, thank you.
Jolene, as an entrepreneur, one of the biggest things that we face is scaling up. And the curious thing that I'm going through, which you mentioned, is how exporting your product. Do you have the capacity to be able to expand?
Not just yet, but we've actually just investing, and we're looking at an expansion for our current facility of another 4,000 square footage, because we definitely need to. We know in order to provide the volume and for the demand, we definitely need to grow and scale that way. So we've already invested.
Awesome.
Wow, well done, East Coast entrepreneurs. Congratulations on your astounding pitches this evening. The judges have scored, deliberated, and selected the top 4 entrepreneurs to advance to the finals. It is now my pleasure to announce the 4 entrepreneurs from Atlantic Canada who received the highest scores and who will advance to the finals. And of the top 4, who is the winner of the Atlantic Region semifinals and who will take home $500 tonight. The first 3 finalists selected to advance to the finals are Hazel Catherine Baxter, owner Chic Image Consulting, Savannah Simmons, founder The Home & Co., and Kelsie Amber Young, owner Dreamwebs. And the 4th finalist and the winner of the Atlantic region for the Powwow Pitch semifinals, who is also taking home $500 tonight, is Jolene Laskey, founder, CEO, Wabanaki Maple. Congratulations, Jolene, Hazel, Savannah, and Kelsie. Amazing. Remember, if your favorite entrepreneur didn't make it through, you can still vote for them to advance to the finals by voting in the People's Choice Awards. Visit powwowpitch.org/vote to vote now. Thank you, judges, for your support, excellent questions, and for selecting the top 4 to move forward to the finals. Please share your final reflections on the Atlantic Canada semifinalists.
Yeah, for sure. As an alumni of Powwow Pitch, I'm so honored to be part of this, and every year I'm seeing this grow, and it's just an amazing opportunity for our future entrepreneurs to be part of this. Thank you so much, and miigwech to everybody.
Well, on behalf of the Royal Bank of Canada, it's been absolutely amazing to see all the passion entrepreneurs are bringing to blending culture and business, and I'm so excited to see all of the great things you're going to accomplish.
At Shopify, we talk a lot about the purpose behind what we're doing. And today, seeing so many amazing entrepreneurs on Powwow Pitch was nothing short of incredible and inspiring. So pleased and honored to be a part of this.
Supporting Indigenous entrepreneurs is a big priority to the Business Development Bank of Canada, and we show it through supporting Sunshine Tenasco and the Powwow Pitch. And this year, I was blown away by the competitors and the contestants and the work that they've done to get where they are. It truly is an inspiration to see and hear everything that they've done, and I look forward to see where they're going to be going.
Just wow. What a fantastic morning. What an inspirational morning listening to pitchers from Atlantic Canada. Congratulations to everyone. Canapos is very, very proud to be supporting Powwow Pitch again this year, and good luck to the remaining participants.
Thank you, judges. Thank you to our presenting sponsors, RBC, Shopify, and Facebook. Our silver sponsors, the Business Development Bank of Canada, NACA, and Canada Post. Our seed sponsors, Export Development Canada, Square, Sierra, MyTax, Raven Indigenous Capital Partners, and Invest Ottawa. Our collaborating partners, Startup Canada, Raven Reads, Arctic, and Jelly Academy, and our promotional partners. Thank you to our mentors, volunteers, and judges for all of your support in bringing the 2021 Powwow Pitch online and across Turtle Island this evening. Thank you also to our executive producer, Victoria Lennox, and our creative producer, Cyprian Shalankevich, for bringing our vision to life. A huge congratulations to tonight's entrepreneurs for their passionate and compelling pitches. Thank you to all of our viewers tonight for cheering on Indigenous entrepreneurs through Powwow Pitch. Let's keep the conversation going using the hashtag Powwow Pitch. Join us tomorrow evening for the Quebec semifinals and each evening this week from 6 p.m. Eastern Time right here on powwowpitch.org to hear from all of our semifinalists and to share who you think should be selected for the Powwow Pitch Finals. Until tomorrow, I am your host, Sunshine Tenasco, signing off. Miigwech kibijayeg nongomanakshig.
Hey!